What's going on to you Leos out there? So let's get into it. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and you Leos have the Two of Wands. So these three cards right here for you, speaks to how it is that honestly, it speaks to how it is that you Leos are taking care of yourselves, good care of yourselves as well. The Queen of Pentacles represents your life is a lot more abundant. But obviously you want someone in your life. And what I'm here to tell you is there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But you have to be very mindful about who it is that you choose to have in your life. Because I've talked about this ad nauseum, right? If you allow someone who's the wrong person to get into your life, they will mess your life up. You know what I'm saying? They will mess your life up intentionally. You know, and they will do it with a smile on their face. So the Queen of Pentacles represents you have way more abundance, a lot more. You know, you're a lot better off mentally, right? A lot of times people talk about mental health, but they don't necessarily know what that means. It means that you're in a right state of mind. You have a calm head. You're an individual that is making strategic, astute decisions for yourself. You're an individual that you're concentrating on yourself. See, a lot of times people think that mental health is about being as competitive as you can possibly be. No, that's the lie. That also too is in a state of sickness. When you running around being hyper competitive, that's not healthy. That's pathological. So when I talk about you Leos being the Queen of Pentacles, this is about you putting in, you being very healthy mentally, being calm, making, like I said, astute decisions. You're not worrying about the rat race that other people are caught up in. And the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands, you're attractive. You know, when you're taking better care of yourself, you do become, oh wow, my plant. Yes, I have plants in my room. Shut up. All right. Two, as a matter of fact. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that a lot of people will find you attractive. And this is why, as I say, this piggybacks off of why you need to be very careful about who you hang out with. Because a lot of people are going to be attracted to you. A lot of people are currently attracted to you, but you have to watch out for who you are allowing into your life or attracting, right? You know, people like to make it seem as if you have a control over that. You do to a certain extent, you know, in the sense that the way that you dress and the way that you essentially carry yourself, your appearances, your physical representation right then and there, right? And to a certain extent, you do have control over that. But when people talk about you are who it is that you are attracting, the other aspect of that is who you are allowing into your life, right? We see many times celebrities, they have all the money and the riches and everything like that, but then they're spotted with wild individuals, people that wreck their life, and they keep those goofy individuals around, right? A lot of these entertainers make songs on both sides. They make songs to the wild dysfunctional relationships, or I should say about the wild dysfunctional relationships that they are in. So the Two of Swords and the King of Cups represents said person that has come into some of you Leos' life. This person has made an interaction with you, and you know, this person is definitely trying to get your attention, and this person may even be very affectionate, very nurturing to you right now. The Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, however, represents you do have to be very mindful about if you Leos are going to allow these people to stay in your life. Because even though these individuals seem to be so good at first, The question is, are they going to stay that way? And this is the catch-22, right? Because you need time, you need to take time to really get to know somebody, while at the same time, because a person who is caught up in a pathology, right? They're gonna, depending on how skilled they are and how disciplined they are, you may not see that for the first couple of years, right? 3 to 4 years, in fact. So I just found out this new piece of information, by the way. So the whole idea, when I was talking about 10 years, a lot of people was tripping out. Come to find out, I'm not actually that far off, because if a person can't get anything out of you within 10 years, they're dedicating an exorbitant amount of time, calling themselves trying to drain you dry, right? And then not only that too, but there are other measures that you can take to take care of yourself. A lot of people don't want to hear what it is, the things that I talk about as far as measures of safety, because now it goes into it starts to sound stupid, even though these are things that actually do work. Do not live together. I don't care what people say. I'm not an advocate for living together, because people can say whatever it is that they want to, right? When it comes down to it, it's like, nah, we not living together, because there's always a chance that they could start wilding out. But for the people that choose to live with one another, because everybody's an adult, everybody gonna do whatever it is that they want to do, don't run down to that courthouse and say y'all gonna get married. If y'all are gonna be in a relationship, the two of you need to come to that conclusion yourselves and be in a relationship. Don't sign anything on documented paper, because once you sign your name, that name becomes a signature on a contract. I don't know if there's any kind of lawyers or anybody who understands law. Someone in the comment section, tell me if I'm lying. Who understands law, whatever it is that you sign your name to becomes a contract. So all those tests that y'all took in grade school and school and all of that became contracts, because you signed your name on it by law. And the thing is, you reserve your right to sign or not sign your name on anything. No one can force you. If they try to force you, that's called duress, which means that it's unlawful and it's illegal. They can literally get sued and or have to pay you out, or thrown in prison and pay you out, because they did something that goes against the United States Constitution. It's unconstitutional for someone to try to force you to sign your name. That voids the contract right then and there on that sense. I'm not even going to get deeper into that. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, there's ways for you to be able to protect yourself when it comes to just getting to know the person, just long off from marriage and stuff like this, right? Or being in a relationship. But once again, the Knight of Wands, pay attention to how this person is showing up. Are they coming correctly to you? From what I'm seeing, this person is very much so into you, and they're coming correctly. So far, so good. The Queen of Cups and the Four Swords is about, for you right now, right? Four Swords represents you Leos wanting to essentially just, you know what I mean? You're looking for anything to essentially not have to really take this person seriously. And right now, this person that's coming to your life, make sure that they actually take you seriously. Because people who are dealing with a dysfunction, this pathology, they like to play with people all the time, they don't take anything seriously as they should. They think that they have a get out of jail free card every single time. And as a result of that, they don't respect anything, including themselves, the way that they should. This is the reason why it is that they could look at you straight in your face and tell you that they love you. right, straight into your eyes, and right, both of them, and tell you that they love you, but then at the same time to betray you later on down the road. And the thing about it is that for you, you have to be very mindful of that type of stuff. You have to not take that type of stuff very seriously, as far as like only the things that a person says. Let me be clear. Don't take what they have to say seriously if it's not backed up by any kind of action. Because I've talked about it many times before, Leo, that, people say anything that they want. You know, talk is cheap in that sense when there's no action coupled with it, because people can say whatever it is that they want to. People talk a lot. People lie for no reason. You know what I mean? The average person in the United States lies 3 times a week on average. Some people lie way more. You understand what I'm saying? These are statistical facts. So I'm saying all that to say that, like, right? Because sometimes people will clown me for the knowledge that I put in. I don't care, whatever. It is what it is. Some of these people never picked up a book in their life. Anyway, these people don't be reading, you know what I'm saying, illiterate mugs. Anyway, because of that, right? Because of that, you have to be, like I said, you have to be very careful. You have to see these types of endings. You have to see these no going forward signs. You have to see the writing on the wall before it happens, right? The dangers of what it is that you're doing as far as a relationship. And then you have to take measurements or do things to make sure that you actually can get through those obstacles. So if you Leos are in a particular situation where you're getting to know somebody and you want to know if you can trust them, pay attention to how it is that they are really showing up. How long can they actually practice what it is that they're talking about? Or if they're not necessarily saying that they're going to do something, pay attention to how they're interacting with you versus how it is that they're still moving. Because you know how many people who have come to me that I've gotten to know begged me, to put their number in my phone. I'm talking about, I'm like trying to let them down respectfully, like, nah, no, thank you, please. I don't necessarily want a relationship right now because where I am in my life, and based upon them hearing that I have a YouTube channel and I'm becoming popular, begged me, right, to have to like put their number in my phone, only for them to flake and everything like that. So that's a person that essentially wasted their time, right? They did all this other type of stupid nonsense, and yet they're hanging around. It's like, for what, So let's clarify the 4 of Swords. And then you have the 4 of Swords, again, Page of Wands, 5 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and then you have the 10 of Wands. So to clarify the 4 of Swords, so that just goes to show you how serious it is that it showed up again, the 4 of Swords. The Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups represents how, because a lot of you are like this, a lot of you are partially like this because, like I said, a lot of people do a lot of talking. You know what I mean? A lot of people do too much of this. They talk a lot. And you can tell they be on some nonsense. They be playing games, because when you get a chance to sometimes talk to some people, to have them break something down, right? Go through their train of thought, it don't be making any sense. You could tell that they have not actually studied or really taken the time to really understand anything that they're essentially talking about. They're just talking. So the Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups right here represents, and since that's the case, what you want to do is you just want to make sure that with the Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups here, right? The Page of Wands represents you want to make sure that you're not so caught up with anything or anyone. I've talked about developing a surfer's type of mentality, right? And the mind of a surfer, of a person who does that, who who does that a lot, right? Who's made that a habit of theirs. The mind of a surfer is essentially a person that is learning how to see things from different perspectives. Understand what I'm talking about, because sometimes people be acting stupid in these comment sections, and they be and they don't understand that I'm making analogies to certain things because they're idiots. And then they'll be like, well, you talking about the Rolex watch or whatever the case may be. It's like, no, I'm talking about a Rolex watch from a standpoint of an analogy. Pay attention to what I'm talking about. If you're talking about, I'm only talking about the Rolex watch, you're wrong. And I'm calling you a liar. So the mind of a surfer is a person that is learning to see things differently, but it also represents a person that learns what is important versus what is not truly important, and what to keep putting effort into and what to not keep putting effort into. This is why it is that surfers will say, do not try to defeat the ocean. Why? Because that is a stupid way of surfing. You are going to be quite upset, and you're going to get your board broken, and you may even get hurt running into ocean life and all of this other type of stuff, right? Orcas and all of this other type of stuff. May run into a dolphin or a shark, maybe. Hopefully not a shark, but you understand what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because that's the type of mentality that you need to have. You need to understand that everything is essentially relative. If this person decides that they don't want to do anything for you, if they don't want to actually act right, they have to come into the door already acting right. I've seen too many times people will come to me and they'll talk too much about how they're into me and all this other type of stuff. Whether it's and this kid and it's behind closed doors, and then they completely act like idiots. They don't want to do anything. They this, that, the third. They're coming up with excuses to not do anything. But then again, calling me every. What are you doing? If you're not gonna do anything for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there on record. I'm gonna show you what type of time I'm on. If you're not going to be an asset to me and you're going to be a walking liability, you do not have access to me. I'm going to shun you. I don't care if the relationship between you and I withers away. What relationship? You don't want to do anything for me anyway. In the next 10 years, I'm on the verge of being a bona fide millionaire. I don't have time for your goofy behind. You understand what I'm saying? Wasting my time coming in and you just want to call me every day. What you want? You want attention, dweeb? That's what it is that you want? Attention? Goofball? You're not doing anything. You're just wasting time. So the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles right here is about, and since that's the case, a lot of you have to understand what type of time it is, like I said. Do not allow other people to waste your time only talking to you about what they're going to do. They have to show you on top of that what they're going to do. They have to talk to you well, like they have common sense, and they have to show up and move like they have common sense. If you text somebody, they need to text you back in a timely fashion. Making you wait days and days and days and days on end, they're trying to show you that they don't have any loyalty to you. So why should you have loyalty to them? Why should you Leos even spend your precious time talking to these goofballs who on one hand talking to you, on the other hand not trying to do anything, all up in your face, trying to get your attention, and they're not even going to get anything from you, but they're just all up in your face trying to get your attention, staying stuck like a punk. Anyway, so the thing is that the Ten of Wands, you can tell that I don't really have a lot of respect for people who do that, because what is there to truly respect? You're not getting any kind of money from me. I reward loyalty. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to ask you to do anything out of, you know what I'm saying, that will disgrace your honor. All I want is a functional relationship. You don't want to do anything you don't want to do anything. Let me just put it out there. You don't want to do anything that is conducive to what it means to be in a relationship. So I don't care about you. Because what are you up in my face for? So you Leos, if you thinking that I don't have a lot of respect for those people, you're 100% right. I don't have a lot of respect for them. Because what are they doing besides all up in my face? Hey, freaking weirdos calling me. Hey, what you calling me for, goofy? And this is how it is honestly, you Leos should be. The Ten of Wands. Assets versus liabilities for you. What is this person showing you? If this person is talking to you, they better show up correctly. If they're not showing up correctly, you do not need to take a whole lot of time. By next week, you Leos, not even next, the week coming here, by Tuesday, right? Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, you Leos should be able to know if a person is going to go ahead and actually be someone that you can keep, or someone that's starting things off correctly. If they're already giving you a problem, that means that these people are a dub. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm at 14,350 something. Please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And come through and get some more readings from me so that I can most definitely keep the channel going, because it does help. Appreciate you.